Okay, so hello guys. For this video, we are going to learn more about electrostatic force, but this time we will be solving problems in order to apply the Coulombs law in the study of the vectors or the electrostatic force. So we know that the Coulombs law was based on the gravitational law or the gravitational force formula wherein the Coulombs law is expressed in the form negative k or positive k depending on the value, wherein q1, q2 all over r squared will be present. So this is r squared, guys, r squared. So and multiplied by the unit vector from any of the points or the charges. But we are going to explain it later on. But this time, we will be using the concept of the basic understanding of the vectors and forces in order for us to have a grasp of the idea of how do we analyze circuits when we will have the problems about charges. So we have electrostatic force of vectors. So just take note only of the formula. We have F is equals to K Q1 Q2 all over R squared. So just only take note of this formula wherein K is equal to 8.99 times 10 raised to the power of 9. So take note of this one. So we have here below is the superposition principle. So what is superposition principle? So maybe because of the representation here or the uh, diagram here, maybe there is a little bit confusion about what superposition principle is. Superposition principle, by the way, is the uh, process of solving the net charge exerted in a certain point or exerted in a certain charge, for example. So for example, here in the figure we have probably the question here is what is the force experienced by your charge 3 or the Q3 in this example. So Q3 experienced the force I exerted from Q2 and at the same time the force exerted from Q1. So the force exerted from Q1 will be F1 to 3 and the force exerted from Q2 will be F1 to uh, or 2 to 3. So the net force will be ng experiencing yung mga Q3 will be F1 to 3 plus F2 to 3. So sorry for the wrong mga subscript because gincopy ko lang sa ibang sources, but we are going to correct this one. So we have F1 to 3 plus F1 to 3. So anyways, we're going to express this or to learn this more man through example. So we will have example here below. Okay, so we are going to apply the principle of superposition at the same time Coulombs law in solving certain problems. So two charged particles are placed as shown. So may ara kita Q1 which is 0.15 microcoulomb located siya sa origin naton or sa zero nga value of x. And Q2 naton is 0.35 microcoulomb which is located on the positive x-axis at x2 which is 0.4 meters. 3.4 meters ni siya nga value. This is 0.4 meters. So where should the third charged particle Q3 be placed to be at an equilibrium point ang aton nga mga charges? So along sa sininga point ay sininga line dapat di na doon ibutang aton nga Q2 kay parang aton nga forces will be in equilibrium. So anong but silingon nga kung maghaba kita equilibrium of forces? So that means based on your physics dapat ang summation or ang sum sa aton nga mga forces along certain points will be equal to 0. So that is for the equilibrium point of charges. So this time take note we will be using the concept of physics also in order for us to solve certain problems. So two charged particles, so may ara kita Q1 kag Q2. And then pangitaon naton kung di naton ibutang ang Q3. So this will be application of physics at the same time sang aton nga Coulombs law nga example. So if we are going to put sa aton nga Q3 between sa aton nga Q2 for so let us label lang this one. So this will be himonta ni siya for example x. So this ang aring value will be equal to 0 or the x2 naton 0.4 minus x. So by this concept, since dapat ma-zero ang ating nga forces, so we will be considering duwa man ang ka-forces. Isa naton ka-force nga ma-act sa Q3 will be F, 1, 3, and then F, 2, 3. So F2, 3, para mangin equilibrium siya, dapat equal ang duwa ka-forces, so this will be equal to F2, 3. So take note nga dapat may arrow. This ito nga but I am using subscript na lang diretso. So we will have F1, 3, F2, 3. So dapat F1 to 3 or 2 to 3. So but it will be okay lang man to represent it this way. So we will have F1, 3. So this will be K, Q1, so Q3 all over R. So, I will label this R1 lang squared. So, R1 natin will be equal sa distance nila duwa which is equal to X is equal to F23. F23 natin is K min Japon. We will have Q2 na yan multiplied by Q3 all over. So, label ko lang siya ang aring radius between sila nga duwa or ang distance between sila duwa as R2 squared. So, R2 squared or R2 is equal to 0.4 minus X. So, since common ang K sa both side of the equation, pwede na i-cancel ang K. So, K will be cancelled. Q3 will also be cancelled. So, this time, aton nga equation nga nabilin will be K. So, we will have Q1 all over R1 squared is equal to Q2 all over R2 squared. Okay, so amo na lang nabilin sa aton. So we will have substitute natin ang atong mga values. Okay, so Q1 natin is equal to 0.15 microcoulomb all over R1 natin. R1 natin is the value, wala kita value, amo nang ginapangita natin, this is x squared is equal to Q2 natin or Q nga value which is 0.35 microcoulomb divided by x2 natin or R2 I mean so which is equal to 0.4 minus x squared. So pwede natin i-manipulate ang equation. We can have 0.15 microcoulomb multiplied by 0.4 minus x squared, which is equal to 0.35 microcoulomb multiplied by x squared. So we are going to manipulate this equation. So we'll have 0. So pwede natin siya himuon nga expand pa natin ang equation but we can also solve this gamit ang ating mga calculator diretsyo. So hindi ko na siya padugayon because pwede lang man natin diretsyo sa calculator. So we'll have 0.15 e raised to negative 6 multiplied by 0.4 minus x. So we'll have alpha x squared is equal to 0.35 micro. So alpha x squared. Then we are going to solve this one to find the value of x. So the value of x nga nakuha natin is 0.158. X naton is equal to 0.158 meters. So both silingon gali dapat ibutang ta ang aton nga Q3 sa x which is 0.158 meters in order for us to have an equilibrium point of charges. Automatic amo na ni dayon naton nga final answer. So take note ng ginhimo naton is purely electrostatics or Coulombs law. nag-cancel lang kita mga values in understanding sang physics nga kung equilibrium siya dapat equal lang aton nga forces sa left kag sa right. And then para makaproduce kita sang sum nga 0. So that is quite simple in order to solve sang amo nagali nga type of problem. Okay, another problem is you have two identical charged balls hanging from the ceiling by insulated ropes of equal length nga L is equal to 1.5 meters. A charge Q is equal to 25 microcoulomb is applied to each ball. So may charge ka diri nga gina-apply sa sining mga balls. Then two balls hang at rest. And each supporting rope has an angle of 25 degree with respect to the vertical. So muna nga nga theta. What is the mass of each ball? So take note, ang ginapamangkot diri is mass. So this time, this is another application of your knowledge on physics. So, we are going to test kung diin na ang knowledge natin sa physics. So, we will have, looking at one of the, sa mga bola, ang ari diri sa punta. So, we will have to understand kung ano nga mga forces ang nag-affect sa iya. So first, isa ka force nga nag-affect sa iya is the force due to gravity since may mass siya. So we will have okay, so may ara kita sang force due to gravity. Another one, may ara pagid kita force isa ka force niya ang force of electrostatics or electrostatic force kung mabatyagan niya from halin sa isa ka I'm sorry. Okay? Ang force nga ma-experience niya halin sa isa ka charge. Since pareho sila nga duwa or identical sila, that means pareho sila charge. So, automatic, that will be a repulsive force. So, kung repulsive force, halin kita dari sa piyak nga force, diretsyo kita? Hindi. Madiretsyo kita pagwa sa sinda nga point. So, halin dari, that means mapagwa kita. So, we will have this one. Okay. Another charge nga force nga ma-experience niya will be force from the tension sa aton nga line nga isang siniwa rope nga ginbutang naton. So tensile force will be so T. So tension naton will be this one. So take note sang ma-experience niya nga mga forces. So we will have, okay, this is your F, force due to gravity. This is your force or electrostatic force because of this one or sa isa ka charge pagid, and this one will be our tension or tensile force. So we are going to apply your knowledge about physics in solving this type of equation. So we'll have, in solving this type of equation, we are going to have summation of forces. So summation of forces along x. So ang force nga nag-act along x should be equal to 0. So this is equal to t. So sine or cosine. So this is equal to cosine theta. So we will have theta here. Oh, sorry. Let us consider nga ang theta gali is dari nakabutang sa babaw. So dari nakabutang ang theta. So ang aton gali nga x-axis is opposite. So we will have sine nga value. So that is equal to sine theta. So this is equal to t sine theta minus your electrostatic force or your Fe. This will be equal to 0. Then, another one, we have summation of forces along y, which is equal to 0. So, this is equal to, ang ara sa y naton, so this is cosine. So, we will have t cosine theta minus your force due to gravity will be equal to 0. So this now, meron kita duwa ka equation na kinahanglan i-manipulate. So we have, so take note of the formulas. So ano ang equation for your Fe or para sa aton nga force or electrostatic force? Fe naton will be equal to Fe will be equal to K naton, which is 8.99, and then Q naton, since parehas naman sila charge, so automatic Q squared na lang siya kay parehas na sila, all over distance between sila, which is R squared. So this is ang aton nga Fe. How about your force due to gravity? Force due to gravity or Fg will automatically be equal to mg or mass due to gravity or ang weight niya or mg. So automatic amo lang ni aton nga equations. So take note ng kinahanglan naton pangitaon is the value of your mass. So this time, if we are going to look sa aton nga summation of forces along x-axis, so give wala kita value of t, wala kita may pwede naton makuha ang sin theta, but for your Fe, pwede naton siya makuha given man ang value sang imo nga rope, but this time we are going to apply your trigonometric nga knowledge. So to find the value sa aton nga r or ang distance between sa duwa ka balls, so we are going to apply your trigonometric knowledge. So this time, take note, ang aton nga theta is ari diri. So we have theta here. So this is, so since hasta diri ang aton nga d, so this is equal to d all over 2. And this is the length of the rope or ang L naton, which is 1.5. Equal to 1.5 meters. So this time, if we are going to find the value of your sine theta, for example, so we will have sine, so sine 25. So kay 25 ang aton nga angle. This is equal to opposite. Opposite naton is d all over 2. L naton, which is 1.5 meters. So sine 25 is equal to d all over 3. So automatic atong gali nga d is equal to 3 sine 25. So pila na siyang d sine 25 or 3, I mean sine 25. So this is equal to 1.268 meters. So 1.268 meters. So d is equal to 1.268 meters. Okay, so may value na kita sang distance or sang d naton. So pwede na naton makuha ang value sang aton nga electrostatic force or ang aton nga Fe. So solve naton ang value sang aton nga electrostatic force. Okay, Fe is equal to 8.99 times 10 raised to 9 times Q naton, which is identical lang man. So this is equal to 25 micro. So squared KQ1 Q2 all over R squared. R naton, which is 1.27 meter squared. So this is equal to squared 1.268. I mean 268 squared. So Fe naton will be equal to, so let us solve. So this is equal to 8.99 e to the 9 multiplied by your 25 micro squared all over 1.268 squared. So this is equal to 3.4946. So this is equal to 3.4946 Newton. So this is our electrostatic force. So this time, solve naman natin, pwede na natin ma-solve ang aton nga summation of forces along X. Okay, so take note that we have T sine theta is equal to F minus Fe, I mean, is equal to 0. So Fe is equal to T sine theta. So, pwede na natin makuha ang values ng T. So, T is equal to Fe all over sine theta. So, this is equal to 3.4946 Newton all over your sine theta, which is equal to sine 25. So, this is equal to divided by sine 25. So this is equal to 8.269. So this is equal to 8.269 newtons. So this is the values ng aton nga tension or tensile force. So this time, since may ara na kita value of your T, so pwede na natin ma-solve ang aton summation of force along Y para makuha natin ang aton nga FG. So T cosine theta minus, so FG natin, diretso ko na lang butang MG is equal to 0. So T cosine theta, so this is equal to 8.269 cosine theta natin, which is 25, minus, or I will, ano na lang, directly substitute. So, transpose na lang natin. Mass natin multiplied by 9.81. So, mass natin, which is equal to, this is equal to kilogram meter per second squared. So, expect natin nga unit will be in terms of kilogram. So, hindi ako magpakita sang substitution or sang unit conversion, but we have kilogram nga units automatic na. So we will have 8.269 cosine 25. So this is equal to divided by 9.81. So aton answer will be equal to 0.764. 0.764 kilograms. So this automatically will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so muna naton nga final answer. Okay, so we will have last example. So for the last example, we have consider 4 charges placed at the corners of a square with sides of length 1.25 meters as shown on the figure. What is the magnitude of the electric force on Q4 resulting from the electric force from the remaining 3 charges? So this time, ang ginapamangkot sa aton is ano or ang values ng force nga ma-experience ang Q4. So this time, let us analyze this using Electrostatics and Coulombs Law. So for your Q4, so for example, we have charge Q4. Okay, sa Q4, ano nga mga forces ang pwede niya ma-experience? So we have, syempre, may ara kita force halin sa Q1. Q1 to Q4. So since, take note, pareho sila positive. So halin sa Q1, diretso kita sa Q4, and then diretso ka sa piyak. So halin sa Q1, diretso kita mabutang ko dali sa mga sa mga points kay para medyo maintindihan gid. Okay, so we have Q4. Okay? Halin sa Q1, pareho sila charge, pareho sila sign. So, positive kung positive, diretso ka dere. And then, diretso ka dayon pakadto sa piak. Okay, next. Another one. Halin sa Q2 pakadto sa Q4. Pareho sila charge. So, halin sa Q2, diretso kita. Halin sa Q2, diretso kita. Then, diretso sa piak. Okay? So, that's it. Next, para sa aton nga Q3 kag Q4. So, halin sa aton nga Q3, pakadto kita sa Q4. So, pakadto kita diri. But this time, since negative ang aton nga charge, so automatic, hindi kita magdiretso but we will go back pakadto sa direction sang Q3. Okay, so take note, this is a repulsive force, and this is your attractive force. Okay, pareho sila. Pareho na sila charge or pareho sila sign, area, as opposite sila sang sign. So let us label lang sa aton nga mga forces. This is your force F24. This one is your F14, and this is your F34. So, kabay pa nga naintindihan ko nga nag-amo ni ang mga arrows. So, halin sa Q1, diretso ka, kay pareho sila. Halin sa Q2, diretso ka, kay pareho sila, sign, positive. Halin sa Q3, dapat madiretso ka kung positive, but since negative ang isa or hindi sila pareho sign, mabalik ka. So, that is F34. So, this time, we will have summation naman application of your physics nga subject. So, we will have let's start with F14. So, for F14, this is equal to, so, diretso ko na lang, we will have 8.99 times 10 raised to 9. So, multiplied by, so, Q1, Q4. So, Q1 natin is 1.5 micro multiplied by your Q4, which is 4.5 micro. All over, distance between sila nga duwa is 1.25 meters squared. So take note, dapat aton nga mga unit of distance should be in meters. So meter squared. So we will have, so if we are going to solve this one, ang aton nga answer will be equal to, so 8.99 E9 multiplied by, so we will have 1.5 micro multiplied by 4.5 micro all over 1.25 squared. So aton answer will be 0.388368. 0.0388368. So 388368. So this is ang aton nga F14. So F14 pa lang ni. So we are going to solve sa aton naman nga F24. So F, okay, let's ano lang, unahon to na lang F34 kay para medyo hapos sa aton. So we'll have F34 is equal to, so this is equal to 8.99. So kung mag-solve ka din, hindi na ni mag-matter ang imong negative sign. So gingamit lang natin ang negative in order to know kung din ang direction sa aton nga, kung repulsive siya or hindi ang aton nga force. So mag-substitute ka diri sang value of your charge, wala na nag-matter ang sign. So 8.99 times 10 raised to 9. So this will be multiplied by Q3, Q4. So Q3 natin is 3.5 micro multiplied by Q4, which is 4.5 micro all over the distance, which is 1.25 squared. So this is equal to, islang ko lang di 3.5. So aton distance is 0.906192. 0.0906192. So this is Newton. So this is ang aton nga F34. Okay, so now we will have to solve some value of your F24. For F24, so this is equal to K, which is 8.99 times 10 raised to 9 multiplied by Q2, Q4, which is 2.5 micro, multiplied by 4.5 micro. But this time, distance between sa Q2 kag Q4. So Q2 kag Q4 is this one. So ang aton nga side is 1.25. So another side is 1.25. So this is the distance. So applying the Pythagorean theorem, x is equal to square root of 1.25 squared plus 1.25 squared. So kung ibutang diri sa dalom, that will automatically be makancel na lang ating nga square root. So ating nga distance is 1.25 squared plus 1.25 squared. Or pwede man nga i-diretsyon nyo solve ang x kung di ka gusto nga amo niya ang value. So diretsyon nyo lang solve ang values ng x. So this is F24 will be equal to so madugang ko sa dalom plus 1.25 squared and then sa babaw isla naton 2.5. So this is equal to 0.32364. 0.032364. So muna ni ang aton nga F24. So nakuha na natin ang value of your asang aton nga tatlo ka forces. So ano dahil natin himuon? So this time we'll have summation of forces. So take note kung ano ang mga forces nga ka-experience natin. So we will have summation of forces along x kag along y. So we will have summation of forces along x is equal to. So sa forces, wala man may ka-experience nga sa piyak, so automatic plus lang naton. So we will have F14 plus, okay, so F24, so ari lang ni gamito naton nga angle, so this will be aton theta. So this is equal to cosine theta. So F24. So theta naton dapat will be this one. So since square lang man siya, automatic this is 45 degrees kay square lang siya. F24 cosine 45 degrees. Okay? So kung iban siya nga shape like rectangle, solve gini mo ang values ang theta. Next, we will have summation of forces along y. So summation of forces along y. So dari ni siya gidapat and sakto gidapat imo nga FBD or ang diagram nimo. So we have F24 sine minus F34. So we will have F24 sine 45 minus F34. So pwede na natin ma-substitute ang mga values. So for your summation of force along x, this will be equal to F14 natin is equal to 0.0388 368 plus F24 which is 0.032 364 cosine 45. So this is equal to, which we have 0.0388368 plus 0.032 364 cosine 45. So this is equal to 0.06172. So this is equal to 0.06172. So, mula na kayo kalawig. So, for this summation of forces along Y, we will have, this is equal to, okay, so, box ko lang nito para hindi ito magtalang. F24 sine 45. So, F24 natin is 0, 0.32, 0.32, 364 sine of your 45 degrees minus F34 which is equal to 0. So minus 0.0906192. So this is equal to, we are going to solve this one. So we'll have 0.032 364 sine 45 minus 0.0906192. So this is equal to negative 0.0677. So negative 0.0677. So, in order to find the forces or the force nga act sa aton nga ikapat nga charge, dapat may ara kita sa aton nga magnitude and direction. To solve for the magnitude, so magnitude naton or ang force naton nga nag-act sa 4 will be, ang force nga nag-act sa 4 is equal to the this one. So, resultant lang nila. So, we'll have summation of fx squared plus summation of fy squared. So, this is equal to summation of fx, which is 0.06172 squared plus negative 0.0677 squared. So, this is equal to square root of 0.6172 squared plus 0.0677 squared. So this is equal to 0.916 Newton. So 0.0916 Newton. So this is aton nga final magnitude. So magnitude. So we are going to find the direction. So direction is equal to arctan of your summation of forces along y all over summation of forces along x. So this is equal to, ang aring equation is ginagamit man ni naton sa ibang nga subject such as electromagnetics at the same time nakuha din ni sa physics. So arctan of your y naton nga value is negative 0.0677 all over 0.06172. So theta naton is equal to solve na lang. We will have arctan of your negative 0.0677 all over 0.06172. So this is equal to 47.6, negative 47.6 ang aton nga angle. So negative 47.6 ang aton nga angle. So aton nga final answer will be this one, 0.916 angle negative 47.6. So this is it para sa aton nga introduction to electrostatics. This time we applied the knowledge of physics and Coulombs law to solve for the forces experienced by sa aton ng mga charges. Okay, so watch out for another video wherein we will be considering nasang iban pa nga mga consideration in solving for the force of charges. So this is it for this video. Thank you. Stay safe. God bless.